Howdy folks. As you probably saw, Billy McFarland, the founder and the creator of the Fyre festival back in the Bahamas. Remember the one that went a little south there? You know, it was a bad scene there in the Bahamas. He owes them a lot of money. He can't travel there. He's a promoter. He's went to jail for I think 3 or 4 years. And he's trying to start up Fyre 2 festival. I knew he was gonna try to go to Guantanamo. I knew it, and sure enough, he was filling out Isla Mujeres. All right, we've been going down there for a long time. I've been going there since '93, '94. My wife's family's lived there a long time. We called a friend of ours that's in the government, and he said, you know, we're saying, yeah, you know, this is going to be a bad deal. He said, we already know it. We're on top of it. He is not coming to Isla Mujeres. He is not going to have his party on Isla Mujeres. Thank God. It was going to be a bad scene. The last thing we need is to tarnish, protect the reputation of Isla Mujeres. And so the next thing he's going to do is try for Playa del Carmen, right? He's thinking a little easier going probably than Isla Mujeres, a little more party zone, you know, not quite Cancun. And so he paid for a permiso, yes, at a beach club, Martina Beach Club, I believe it is. But the thing is, it's limited people, 250 people, something like that, and no live music. I mean, it was looking bad. The documents were legitimate. Okay, there's like, it'd be very hard to fake those documents. And so, sure enough, they eventually said, we're not doing anything. I think they got wind of it. Probably people speculating here high up in the Mexican government got involved and like, we're not having that festival here. We don't need that on us. All right? And they canceled. And now he's saying things about them. He will probably, you know, I don't know where he's going to go now to have this Fyre 2. If he tries Tulum, I'm sure that they're not going to want to do it, probably. I would imagine. Tulum's probably going to say no. I don't know where he's going to go with it, but here's what I do know. It's not happening in Isla, and it's not happening in Playa del Carmen. Hopefully it won't happen in Cancun or Tulum, because it's going to be a bad deal, I'm telling you, all around. All right? Let's go to the video and see what he said. All right, so Billy McFarland goes on Voidzilla, Coffeezilla, if you will. Let's see what he says.
Okay, you're getting ready. Why do you decide to launch when you do? And what did you think going in? Because basically, there's this constant sort of back and forth with, you know, oh, we've got this event, guys. And then some officials there say, well, I've never heard of these guys. And then, you know, they go to Playa del Carmen. Oh, we've got this event thing, and then there's another kind of blow up with the government. What's happening behind the scenes?
I think for people watching, you have no idea how crazy it is trying to do business and trying to do an event.
Tell us.
Yeah,
this is your chance. Tell us.
It's wild, and like we're sharing the receipts, and I'll send you a bunch of documents that I'm not comfortable posting publicly, but hopefully you can speak to and kind of keep the safety of the people involved. So we were approached in September of last year to bring Fyre to the Riviera Maya region of Mexico. We started working with the Mexican officials almost immediately. And in December of last year, we were issued a permit, and the Mexican authorities issued a directive to all their different departments to make Fyre Festival happen in the municipality of Isla Mujeres. We obviously have this permit, we have this documentation. So with that, we partnered with, so go ahead.
Just real quick question. How many people are you planning for?
1,800 people.
And how many tickets have you sold?
We've sold just over 500.
All he has is like a permit for Martina Beach Club, right? It's like 250 something people. All this other stuff about booking a whole hotel and all that is, nothing's happened. It's not, there's nothing there.
Okay, so you're planning for 1,800, you've sold 500. Go ahead. So,
Yep. So we were pitched to come to Mexico. We met with the local authorities. The government there asked us to do it in the municipality Isla Mujeres. They thought, one, it was a good fit for the vision of Fyre Festival, but they also clearly wanted tourism, dollars, attention going to that area. So they issued us a directive to their
Back in the day in Isla Mujeres, there was a booze cruise we go on, 300, 400 people. It was an isolated part of the island. But what he's talking about, that means, folks, Isla Mujeres can't handle that. Like we said earlier, Isla Mujeres nixed it.
They issued us a permit, and we partnered with private venues and hotels on Isla Mujeres. We went and announced that early this year, and 4 days after we announced Fyre being in Isla Mujeres, a local municipality tourism person who we didn't know existed came out and gave all these comments saying they've never heard of Fyre, Fyre's never spoken with tourism, what is Fyre Festival? So we are sitting here just not knowing what to do. We have, multiple partners, dozens of professionals, whether it's my partners or our third-party companies, all who have been working full-time to make Fyre happen. And all of a sudden, this guy named Edgar is like, Fyre's never spoken to tourism in any capacity. So my first response was, let's just release the permits that we have from tourism to show that, we have in fact been in touch with tourism. And the feedback was that hey guys, you don't understand Mexico. You can't just release government documents. We're gonna get killed. So I said, okay. And we kind of sat back and didn't do it.
they said kill?
They said killed, and it gets crazy. We'll get into this. They said killed, and there's
That's a little different than an NDA, Billy.
There's history.
That's a do not die.
Do not die policy. So I'm like, fuck,
That's not true. Anytime you have a permit like that, it goes online, for transparency. Como se dice en español? Transparencia. So...
I love these partners. They're busting their ass. They're like, don't release this documentation. Our lives will be in danger. So we said, okay. I released kind of this pathetic Instagram video where I'm like, guys, I have venues, I have hotels. I promise they know about us, but can't really.
And everyone's thinking. You know what everyone's thinking in their head, right?
That I'm full of shit, right? That doesn't exist. So I get it, right? So it's I'm here hey guys, I promise I have this, but I can't really show you that I have permits. So I do this video. And the day I do that video, the government of Playa del Carmen, which is a different municipality in the same Riviera Maya region of Mexico, reached out. And they're basically like, we know what Isla Mujeres is saying is BS. We would love to have you guys in Playa. They were going through a rebrand. So
do they know who you are? Because one thing I would wonder when I saw these releases, I was like, maybe they just found out the Fyre Fest and they just didn't want to be associated. But it sounds like they knew who you. Did they know?
They saw the video from my personal Instagram. Yes, they know what Fyre is, and we've had
got it.
dozens of hours of meetings with them right before we went live. Right. So they reached out to us saying, we see what's happening in Isla Mujeres. We see the media attention they're getting. We know their statements are BS. We want you guys in Playa. We are in the process of renaming the municipality from Solidaridad to Playa del Carmen, which is basically the area of which Playa del Carmen, the city, is in. And we used to be the heart of the Riviera Maya. We used to be the home of entertainment and culture, and now we've lost to Tulum and Cancun, and we're basically the little brother of Tulum and Cancun. So Fyre is perfect. If you guys come to Playa del Carmen, we launch a rebrand, and you guys give us international attention. So this is literally the day that the night I posted this Instagram video. So we quickly start working with them, and the government of Playa del Carmen puts together basically a package that we couldn't refuse. They gave us 2 beach clubs, they gave us a water park, they gave us a hospitality company, they gave us...
Whoa. He says he got a water park. Is he talking about Shell High? ¿Entiendes water park? Una parque de agua jugando con los niños. Yeah? I'm asking you, baby.
Hay muchos.
There's more. Is it just Shell High or is it...
Shell High, Escaret.
Okay.
Explore.
There's no, I don't know. He didn't say, exactly. He said a water park.
Introductions to villas, to hotels. We bought out one of the nicest hotels in the area. And they made it all happen. They quickly gave us
He said he paid for, he bought all the rooms in the hotel. Which hotel?
permits. We have signed permits from the Secretary General, the Secretary of Tourism, Secretary of Environment, like you name it, right? Like they went hard. And meanwhile, I think the funniest thing for all of this is like we're filming a documentary, and they're totally and they're totally aware of it, right? So like all these meetings are filmed. It's not like it's like happening in some back room. So it's like everything is being recorded and documented. And so it's like you just like literally can't make this shit up.
Wait. I heard about this documentary. Are we talking Netflix?
I don't know. I don't know where it's gonna
Little
end
Brother
up.
Hulu. I guess it depends how all this goes for you, huh?
The ending is still unknown, so I'm not sure where that lands.
Yeah. Well, one question. Okay. Just on the documentary for a second. Is it true that someone bought a Prometheus package with the
However, that person asked for a refund like 3 or 4 months ago because they bought it during like the.
Hey, I mean, I think $1 million for any like festival is just not even for Europe. I'm not even saying for Europe. I think that's just such an insane price. Okay, so we're back to Playa. Okay,
Yeah,
so we're off the
we're in
documentary.
Playa.
Yes, what happened?
They're pitching us hard. They literally give us everything. We pay for permits. We pay for the hotels. We pay.
And he said that the government Playa del Carmen called him, said, "Hey, have it here."
For the beach clubs. They ask us to do a press conference. And here's where it gets, back to the crazy situation. The last festival in Playa del Carmen was a festival called BPM. And at some point in this festival, the government security basically gave way to the cartel. The cartel came in and killed the festival organizers on stage at the festival. And that was the last time the festival was in.
Whoa. Hold on.
And here's where it gets, back to the crazy situation.
I should have watched
The
it
last
first.
festival in Playa del Carmen was a festival called BPM. And at some point in this festival, the government security basically gave way to the cartel. The cartel came in and killed the festival organizers on stage at the festival.
That's not what happened.
And that was the last time the festival was in
I
Playa
don't know
del
where you
Carmen.
got those details.
Obviously, our first response when they called, and the
not
first
what
response of our partners was, guys, like, what about BPM? And they assured us.
That's their Fyre festival.
That's their Fyre festival.
Yeah,
And
dude.
they're like assuring us that, guys, everything is fixed. We have a new administration. And they went as far to say that in order to prove to you guys that this will be safe, let's do a press conference and let's have our Secretary of Security be at the press conference with you guys.
I gotta get this.
And he can sit there and assure the public that, yes, you guys have permits, whatever, who cares? But more importantly, he's going to have his guys with machine guns in the background, which we have all the videos and pictures of, and he will assure the public that the Secretary of Security is protecting the Fyre Festival. So we did that.
That press conference exists.
That press conference exists. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So you guys get assured. I'm not feeling too assured right now, actually. As a holder of the Fyre Festival pass, I'm a little That's a scary thing. So you got, but now you've done all this stuff, or at least kind of it's record. I haven't seen it, but it's recorded somewhere. Then all of a sudden it drops out. Everything drops out beneath you again. What happened?
So we do the press conference. The day after the press conference as well. The day after the press conference, the mayor, the Secretary of Security, and the official government channel for Playa del Carmen, which is Gobe Playa del Carmen on Instagram, they post without us asking on their Instagram, celebrating that they're bringing Fyre Festival to the region and how it's their job to support local business and tourism. So they post this on a Friday night. Everything is great. On Sunday of that week, I start seeing local newspaper articles where, and this was not picked up by the U.S. press, where the local government of Playa del Carmen was saying they've never heard of Fyre Festival. Meanwhile, we're live on their Instagram page. They just did a press conference with us. We have all these permits. They charge us for these permits. So I do a call with...
It's the Mexico line. Bueno. See.
Te juro que te iba a saludar, gordo, pero estoy aquí con mi padrino.
Ya no soy el gordo
Oh.
mata, mi Benny.
Okay. Senor McFarland, probably best you don't go down to Quintana Roo anytime soon. Just a little advice, buddy. I know you're probably gonna try for Tulum, or you're gonna try for Cancun. My recommendation, senor, don't do it. It's good. Good.